Alright, my AC's off. Let's get this video over with so I can turn it back on. Hey, have you heard of the Darwin Project? You probably haven't, and if you have, you've probably dismissed it as some kind of Fortnite clone, which is not totally unfair of you, as it does have similar visuals, free-to-play style, and it's a battle royale game, but you're wrong, and we're gonna talk about it. Let's do it. Darwin Project. Throw it up on the screen. Boom. Let's just say this first. If you're dismissing the Darwin Project because you think it's some kind of Fortnite clone, maybe you should stop playing Fortnite, since it's kind of just a PUBG clone, which is kind of just an H1Z1 clone, which is kind of just a ripoff of Minecraft Battle Royale, which is kind of, I can just keep going. Alright, Battle Royales are not as new as people think they are. And the Darwin Project is worth giving a chance to. Originally debuting at $15, the Darwin Project has made the ingenious decision of going free to play. Yes, copying Fortnite, but you know what? When your main competitor is free, what is your other options? The premise of the game is that you and 9 other people are dropped into the Hunger Games style arena in the northern Canadian Rockies. Surrounded by cameras, this is all televised live across the world. This disguise is preparing the world for the impending ice age, but it seems to be a lot more about the entertainment value, which would explain why you're joined by a show director who is there to keep things interesting for the audience. The show director is a real player who joins in and is able to choose which zones to close, who to give buffs to, and who to make a target out of. He can host a vote for the audience favorite, which real-life Twitch audiences can help swing in your favor, or Mixer, but not us YouTubers because we're trash people and we get what we deserve. That's not a dig at the Darwin Project. That I really believe that it's a self-deprecating kind of streaming service. But to understand the role of the director, we need to talk a little more about the gameplay first. The Darwin Project is a 10-man battle royale, which is already a refreshing change of pace for those of us that are, what's a nice way to put this? Fucking terrible at video games. Seriously, it took me over 300 games to get a single win on Fortnite. Alright, I want to win too. I'm not good though. So you and 9 other people are dropped into a lobby where you can chat or, luckily, just immediately mute everyone because they're trolls. They're troll people. From there, you randomly spawn across a map which is broken into 7 hexagonal quadrants. You start to gather wood and leather and scavenge chests to build up your loadout. The Darwin Project is actually a survival and crafting game twist on the battle royale genre, and to me, this is where things really start to get fun. You can craft a couple of different types of items. You'll always want to start with armor, and then probably more arrows. You can also craft campfires, because being in northern Canada, the cold is constantly threatening you. But once you're done with your campfire, you'll want to put it out with a snowball. This will make you less easy to track, and I don't just mean someone will see the smoke and head your way. I mean people can actually go up to campfires that you've placed, or even trees that you've knocked down, or couches that you've raided for leather, and they can activate a tracking on you, which gives them a short period of time where they can see you across the map in your distance. To keep this fair and balanced, the game does let you know when you're being tracked, but obviously doesn't let you know who or where you're being tracked from. That's why you can also craft traps. Tripwires, bear traps, and more will help you lay down a defense as other players come to hunt you down. And if the traps aren't enough, the show director can spawn electronics, which take a long time to harvest and make you visible to everyone on the map. But if you manage to grab one, you'll be able to craft special abilities like invincibility, invisibility, a super jump, teleportation, and more. These items don't go away once crafted, they just have a cooldown period between uses. And if you want to win, you better have at least 1 or 2 of these on your side. In addition to all this crafting, you can also craft speed boots, cold resistance, and axe sharpeners. You see, combat in this game comes down to 2 things: arrows and axes. Melee combat clinks with other melee combat, and arrows if you have godlike reaction speed. Unlike Fortnite, jumping around Halo style is not an effective means of avoiding shots, so you'll have to actually aim, run around, and use melee to take wins. This particularly starts to interest me because the game becomes a lot more about your neutral interactions as opposed to who gets the jump on who. Despite having less tools, the 1v1 interactions actually start to feel more complicated due to this. And speaking of the movement, it is so crisp. There is no fall damage to worry about, so flying off of mountains is a-okay. You can also easily jump in and out of windows or buildings to confuse opponents or make quick getaways. The movement in this game is basically what the building is in Fortnite, where it dominates most of the neutral interactions, and it's all so buttery smooth. I felt like a master as soon as I jumped in. Of course, there's a stamina bar to stop you from abusing this too much and to keep the action suspenseful. Now, while I said the combat all comes down to bows or axes, there is a twist here where I think the Darwin project truly starts to shine. From the main menu or even the lobby screen, you can customize your crafting wheel. By sacrificing certain stats for items, you craft alternative versions that grant special abilities. Once the match starts though, you are locked in, so those mid-game adaptations are going to have to come from actual brain power and creativity, and not just changing your loadout to cheese out your opponents like the old school Call of Duty days. This loadout customization is the element that has really gotten me hooked on the Darwin project. So many different possibilities. I personally can't wait to keep tweaking my loadout till I find the perfect balance for my overly aggressive playstyle. As you can tell, there's actually a lot here to set the Darwin project apart from the other Battle Royale games. There's a few things I didn't really get into, like the map system and more of the show director details, but I'm gonna leave that to you. It is a free game. You can check it out right now for the low cost of you got nothing to lose. Check it out, kids. If you like this review though, leave it a like please, and don't forget to maybe subscribe, and you can catch out the next review or my streams where I stream stuff like the Darwin project, Fortnite, or whatever random games I enjoy playing at the time. As always, I love all of your beautiful faces. I thank you for joining me today, and I will catch you all later. Bye-bye. Get out of my face. Go home. Get out of here. Go. Or stay. We could get lunch after this if you want. I'm feeling sushi. No? You got lunch plans? That's okay. I don't really want to get lunch. That's okay.